Alright, welcome back to Nick Comic Corner, Classic, Non-Classics. This episode number 2505 and Doubleshot number 2399. First we have Silver Surfer and then we have Defenders. For Silver Surfer we're discussing what I consider to be the fourth volume for the series. Released in 2003, concluded in 2004. Yep. Yeah, it was released from July 03. That was when the first issue came out. And it concluded in October 2004. Yes, this book was publishing when I started reading comics. I didn't catch this book till later, so. It has two story arcs. One is basically Communion, which basically is the first 6 issues. They have Revelation, which is approximately 8 issues. Yep, 8 issues. It is a short-lived volume per se. For an ongoing volume, this actually is one of the more shorter ones, at being 14 issues. Written by Dan Carlton, Stacy Weiss, artwork by Milks. Who also has the inking and the coloring. Yes. Well, that's just the opening issue. The cover is by Joe Zico. The book has got gorgeous artwork. What exactly happens in this book? Before that, what was Silver Surfer doing prior to this book? Well, his most major appearance prior to this was he appeared in the miniseries The Order, which I will discuss that later on in a review. Don't worry about that. But that was his previous appearance, appearing in the miniseries The Order, just prior to the launch of this very series, despite appearing in little one-shots here and there. And mostly put a lot of this book is like gathering special children, and the biggest problem I have with this book is the fact that Silver Surfer does not get a lot of focus. Despite the fact it's called Silver Surfer, he's not the main character. He is, simply put, a godlike figure who's here occasionally. Like in the first issue, he appears for a cameo. One of the characters is Denise Winters. She basically, Waters, she is a woman who's got this ability, and she's here for this whole run. She skips like one issue. Issue 13. And that's basically it. It's just basically random people who appear in this very book who Silver Surfer encounters. And that is mostly put exactly what goes on here. Yeah. There's not really much else to say about this book. Like, let's say issue 4. Silver Surfer is not even the starring character of the book. He's in the cover, but he's like a minor character. And that's my biggest problem with this book, is the fact that he does virtually nothing. The whole book. Also, for some strange reason, they have appearances by Dick Cheney. Yes. Yeah, Dick Cheney just happens to appear in Silver Surfer for some strange reason. Yeah, he popped up here for a few issues, and that's it. You think, Dick Cheney, you mean the former Vice President of the United States? Yep, even his wife, Laura Cheney. Yes. The wife of the First Lady, or call her the Second Lady. Yeah. And the book itself, it's like Silver Surfer is on Earth the whole book. And you read the book, and aside from Silver Surfer and his board, it's like basically it's almost like it's set in a separate continuity, because there's no superheroes here in this book. There is like no major villains. Despite the fact, Silver Surfer, cosmic character, he spends the whole book on Earth. Other times this is interesting. This is just okay. It's not terrible. It's just that I kind of feel like we need more something to do here. Occasionally he's seen going to some other place because he's gathering stuff for something. And it's like this the whole book. And here's the strange thing also you can find out about this book. You want to know what that is? Okay. The fact that this book got one trade. What? Really? Yes. Really. Yeah, there was one official trade to collect this run. Do not know the reason for it, but that's basically what happened here. Yeah, that's the thing. Just the opening story arc has been put in the trade. The rest of this run, not in trade. Uh, it was released in 04. I'm going to use that as the thumbnail for this one. But yeah, that's kind of the dumb thing about this book. It's like Marvel Comics. It's like they didn't care about this book. It's like this was a book they just marketed because it's Silver Surfer. You buy it because it's Silver Surfer, and it doesn't have the feeling of a Silver Surfer book. It feels like some random book. It feels like a series. It's like basically Silver Surfer was basically copy and paste over someone else's script because they probably felt this other book would have been boring if it wasn't Silver Surfer. Yeah, right after this, he popped up in Cable and Deadpool. Yeah, right, the book wrapped up. The book is okay. It's just that it's not as good as the previous volume. Though, the unfortunate comes to Silver Surfer, there is a bit of a hurt on him. Because this started a trend where either Silver Surfer get a very brief ongoing series last for a little over a year, or he get a miniseries. There is no big ongoing series anymore. No, not really. Alright. By the way, next one will be Silver Surfer, which is the next thing we'll feature for him. Alright, next up we have is Marvel Masterworks The Submariner Volume 4, which collects issues 14 and 25 of the Submariner ongoing series. Yep. Written by Roy Thomas, artwork by Mary Severus, basically 14-19, and 2023. 2024 is John Bushma. Sal Bush is 25, and 17 is Code. Mary Severus mini artwork for that one. That's basically done with Jack Kaz. Now, this book does get out in the 1960s, which thank God for that. It covers June 1969 to May 1970. This book proved to be a lot more interesting of a read than the Silver Surfer book. And you're probably thinking, Nick, then why the heck did you choose I chose that particular book because it's Silver Surfer. And I wanted to read everything related to Silver Surfer. That's the only reason why I chose it. Yep. But in the case of what happens here, well, we bring in the opening issue, this kind of like continues Avengers 63. And then the story continues over in Captain Marvel. Yeah, it's kind of weird we have this being a crossover with 200 books. Yeah, where basically Namor is fighting Mad Finger, Puppet Master, and Egghead. And Toro, the former second Human Torch, apparently died in this issue, but he comes back in Power Pack 57. Yep. Then he basically takes on Dragon Man, Doc Cronus, and Dr. Cronus. Yeah. Dr. Cronus, who's actually just a regular villain in this book. Yeah, and he's here. Just for issues 15, 23, 24. And that's really it for him. His most recent appearance actually was the Thunderbolts 171. There's also been the Diane Archelaus. Yeah. She's a sister of Tiger Shark. She's been sort of a recurring character. I mean, she's not a love interest of Namor's. No, not really. When she meets Lady Dorma is obviously jealous. Like, oh no, the man she loves is with another woman. And he's like, no, We're just friends. We're just friends. That's it. There's no romantic connection between us. Yeah, and she's basically here throughout a lot of this book. Well, until issue 47 when she's dropped. But they actually brought her back for a run for an issue for Deadpool. Yeah. Gary Duggan brought her back for reasons. Yeah. Though issue 19 of this book will be the debut of Stingray. Well, yeah, basically it's when Dr. Walter Novel became Stingray. Yep. Issue 19 basically started their romantic relationship, his romantic relationship with Diane Alice. Yep, and then basically fights Tiger Shark again in issue 16. Tiger Shark last appeared in the book in issue 9. Yes, issue 9. And then right after this issue, he returns issue 24. Yep. And then basically fights a guy called Doran the Stalker, one of the Alpha Centaurians. Yeah. And he's here for 4 issues. Well, he's here for issue 17 and 19. He pops again maximum security. And that's basically been it for the character. We also first appearance of Cormac. This high priest of the Atlanteans who made 2 appearances in this issue and the following issue, and that was it for him. Excuse me. Also have Triton appear in these issues. Yes, Triton. He would occasionally appear in Namor, because he's a character would fit perfectly with the character with the whole group of Atlanteans. Yeah, so basically Roy Thomas made an occasional recurring character in the book. Because, well, why not? Yeah. Yeah, then of course basically 19, obviously, like I mentioned, this when he first became Stingray. And then in 20, he fights Doctor Doom for like 1 issue. Then he fights some Atlantean creatures in issue 21. 22 I'm gonna skip over because basically it's part of the 3-part backdoor pilot to Defenders. And then issue 23, we have debut of the character Orca, who later became part of the Heroes for Hire in present day. Yeah, he's a... You could think of him as kind of basically Marvel's equivalent to King Shark. Yeah. And after appearing in 23 and 24, he doesn't return to the book until basically the book is almost over. Yeah. But it's great the fact we have him here. Also, Krang returns. Yeah, Warlord Krang, first time since Tales to Astonish 91. That was his previous appearance he made before this. Yeah. And he returns here for 2 issues. Then he pops again in 33, and then he does fight Namor again until Saga Submarine in the 80s. Yeah. And of course, he teams up with Orca, King Shark, and Dr. Chorus in issue 24. In 25, it's Namor versus the Russians. Yeah, and that's the book in a nutshell. It's really fun book. He also basically at one point goes to the surface, where he basically tries to appeal to the UN. He wants peace. They don't want to listen. They just want to listen. But this book is just so good. I enjoyed reading this book. I had a lot more joy over this than Silver Surfer. But Silver Surfer basically Depths is next. That's a lot more interesting of a mini-series to read. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it, particular view. By the way, I give this book a 10 out of 10. Really good. And for issues-wise, as of right now, I'm not even halfway yet, per se. This volume lasted for 72 issues, and this Marvel Masterwork does collect this whole run. Yeah, it's weird, though, the fact that we had, like, the Essential book, and there's, like, 1 issue of this whole book in there, but not the rest of this book for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like this is a book Marvel just doesn't want to do any new printings with it. But we do have the Epic Collections. Yes, we do. But sadly, there's only 2. Yeah, for its Golden Age stuff has been collected in trade. Yes. I don't think it's been finished. No, it has not. In Omnibus it kind of has, but not really. Yeah. There's been 2. Yeah, and Volume 3 actually stops just after this book. Yeah, that's what the book leaves off there. But surprisingly, this book, there's no finish. Well, not in the Epic Collection person. They're probably still trying to release it. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it, particular view. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned for tomorrow for, well, I think it's just going to be one comic corner. Yeah, just one, because this is the only time I have to do for tonight, okay? Next, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.